Hello. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Gerald. Hi. Okay, so I'm very excited to show you how easy these loaded envelopes are. I got a couple messages from people saying, oh no, I can't be in the Happy Mail because I don't know how to make one of those. So if my 55-second video was a little too fast, I'm going to show you a little slower tonight how you can make one. And I have a couple different ways you can do it. And ultimately, it's just a holder for cute, fun little trinkets and fun paper things that you can give your Happy Mail partner. So if you aren't familiar with the Happy Mail Exchange, it's called the Magnolia Exchange, and I host it on my blog. And each month there's a different theme, and you can sign up and get a partner, or you can use a partner that you've had in past months. And then you do the theme and you mail your Happy Mail partner some Happy Mail, and then you get something back too. So it's just a fun little crafty way. Hello. All right, so this is one that I got from Joanna. She has been my Happy Mail partner for months. I don't know how long we've been doing it, for a really long time. So I always have Happy Mail partners that I've always had, and then I'll get like one or two new ones each month. That way I can meet some new people. So it's fun. So she sent me one of these last month, just randomly for the love theme, and I squealed because I had already written the post for March, knowing that this was going to be the thing we make. So it was perfect. So I didn't have to make an example because she already did it. So she stuffed it with all this cute stuff, and I've already used quite a bit of it. But I wanted to show you the pockets and how deep. They go all the way down to the bottom. So you can really pack in quite a bit of stuff. And then the top one, she had a whole bunch of big paper, that was cut down to the exact size of that big back envelope. So you can see it has 4 slots, and I've seen ones that just have 2, and I've seen ones that have 8, I think. So there's lots of different ways to do it, but this is a simple 4-pocket envelope. Okay, are you with me still? You guys are so quiet. You're like good little students just watching. So she did the one on, she used paper. But when I researched it and talked to some other gals that had made them, they said that's the hardest way to do it. And I said, well, what's the easier way? And they said paper bags, do paper bags. But I must tell you, the one nice thing about using paper, even though it's got a couple more steps, it already has designs on it for you, so you don't have to design it. Because if you do paper bags, you need 2 paper bags. I actually went to my local craft store, and you could buy paper bags for 10 cents, and they had every color under the rainbow, which was kind of fun. So I picked up some different colors. But just plain brown is boring, right? Or white is boring. So I felt like I had to do something on them. So one night when I had leftover paint from a project I was doing, I just threw all my leftover paint on here. And then I have at least partially done. I really should have done the backside too, but it was drying like this, and then I forgot about it. So with the paper bag method, let's start there. You have 2 bags. I've already trimmed this one. And what you do is you fold up the bottom. This is probably close to 2 inches. And then the other one, you want to leave about 2 inches at the top. So you're staggering your pockets to make that kind of shelved look. And then it literally just slips in behind that first fold over. So because I only painted one side, I have this blank area, which I could go back in and doodle. I could paste paper over it. There's other things you can do. So once you have them folded to the right spot, because you want to play around with it. Maybe this one needs to be a little shorter or a little longer. You play around, give it a good seal, and then you cut the bottom of the bag off. So that gives you that pocket. And then your top, kind of has that ripply, crinkly top. I just trimmed that part. So you have it in there. You've cut the bottom of this one too. Then you do a little hot glue. I would recommend hot glue if you have it. That way you know it'll stay there. You hot glue each flap. And then you have your 4 sections. 2, 3, 4. Now this obviously isn't as large as using a 12 by 12 paper, but it's easy. You might have lunch sacks left over from your kids from school or whatever. So you might have something like that. This one, I painted, again, leftover paint. I was like, oh, okay. So I just did each flap. I folded it first, and then I opened it up and said, okay, well, here's the sections I need to paint something. And then went in. Yeah, you can use washi, but you have to be careful. You know, like, don't washi. I wouldn't washi all the way up this side, because then that'll, I mean, I guess you could. That restricts your pocket a little bit and could rip. But then you almost could use in between here too if you washied the sides. So you could have twice as many pockets. You could have this one, you could have in between if you washied up. This one you can see Joe just did like one here, one here, one here. And I know she glued her sides together, which you wouldn't have to do to get the paper one. But that might actually be interesting to, if you washied instead of gluing. So if you didn't glue these down in between and washied, you could have this as a pocket too. That's probably an actual way, Nicole. Okay, so here was a white one. So this one I haven't cut. This is still the paper bag. Again, leftover paint. I was like in a real rose phase last week. I kind of changed my little phases. So you have your 4 sections. This is the bottom of the bag. You just trim, trim, glue, glue. It's not the thickest, so you can't put a ton of stuff in, but it really isn't supposed to last forever. It's kind of like a vessel for something else. So that would be the paper bag way. Is there any other questions? Now you could decorate it with washi across and do different things, but let your stuff, you know, kind of be a decoration too. Like where's some stuff? You know, like if you had a little clip, you know, that's going to cover up a section. If you had something sticking out here, that's going to cover up a section. So it doesn't have to be that elaborate. And then your stuff kind of makes it so cute. Yeah, it's really fun. And one of the questions on the questionnaire when you sign up for the exchange is like a color theme. So I thought that would be a good jumping off point if you had that. Like this, she's got stickers, she did a tab, she stapled up here. She glued on a doily and all these stickers. I like peeled a couple of her stickers off because I really wanted to use them. But this would be cute to like punch and put in something as like a little pocket holder too, because it's so sturdy. So let me show you the paper way. Easy peasy. You need 2 sheets of 12 by 12. So I just picked some coordinating stripes here. And you can decide which way, like if you want your stripes to go opposite. If I did a stripe horizontal, I might do the other one vertical. Doesn't really matter. You're going to fold it in on itself on the back. You can, if you want to washi it, it just has to meet each other and make a seam. If you want to glue it, then you need to overlap a little bit. So you have, you know, probably a 1/2 inch gap, so you can just glue just this line. Now we're not gluing it to itself down here, just to the paper, because if you glue it down, then you can lose part of your pocket. So that would be the overlapping way. I don't mind seeing the washi, and it makes your pocket just a hair larger, so I'm going to do it where it meets itself. Because to me, washi is just one more way to have a little extra decoration, not necessarily something you're embarrassed of and you want to hide. So let's see. I'm looking at my washi ring, trying to see what do I have for rainbow. My daughter takes all my rainbow washi. Where's her washi ring? Oh, this little. Where'd my one go? Oh, this one. This is kind of rainbowy. So one of the choices was Rainbow Bright for a theme. Let's put that down. You don't want it to go out over the edge. I mean, I guess you could tuck it down if you don't want to cut it. You don't want to tape it to the back side and tape it closed, because that's one of your pockets, is the end right there. Okay, so we've done one. So I did those horizontal. So I want to do these vertical. Same thing, meet them in the middle. Make your seam. And I chose, this is the thinner paper, but you could use that really nice double-sided thick paper, and that would maybe hold up a little bit longer. This is just the pad I had closest to me here. Let's do polka dots. Oh, my washi's been so fussy lately. I always feel like I'm so clumsy when I'm on Periscope. Because you're all watching. Okay, so you will see some of the washi. So make sure it matches. Okay, so we have our two folded sections. So then just decide, I guess, which one you want to be on the back and which one you want to be on the inside. So remember, we're doing our 4 staggered things. This is taller than a paper bag, so it's going to be a little bit larger fold than a 2-inch one. So fold up the bottom. It's hard to tell with the pattern there. So that's about a little over 2 inches. And then the middle one, you're just going to kind of eyeball it. I wouldn't crease it until you know it's a good height. I mean, it doesn't have to be evenly perfect, but a lot of trial and error. Yeah, but even, like, look at it here. I didn't get it folded in the middle, but that doesn't bug me because it'll be something else will be popping in on it, you know, in and decorating it. So you really can't wreck this, I promise. Okay, so there was my spot. And this one I could have done backwards. Like if that washi not lining up bugs you, just flip it around, do it the other way. You're out of your comfort zone? You can do it! After decorating, do stuff little things in it. Yeah, definitely. So that's kind of like the meat of your thing. So you can washi tape the sides for an extra pocket. Should we try that way? That was a suggestion Nicole had. Let me get out some different color here. What color do I have in here? Pink. If you... Seriously, do you see this? All my washi does this. Like peels and splits. You missed the start. I'll give you a little recap at the end. So if you start, and you could use all different washis here. Oh, when it's cold, it is cold here. It's so cold here. We had like 1 week of nice weather, and now it's back. So you could use a whole bunch of different ones, but when you just washi the side and not glue it. Oh, if it's old. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I should stop hoarding some of these and just use it, huh? I think I'm cold. If you washi the sides instead of gluing it, then you have an extra pocket. You have a pocket here, and you have a pocket in here. So you can have more things in there. So it's really even less work if you do the washi way. So I like that. And you can just work your way up. And maybe I do a different one on the top. So what to put in it? I know sometimes people don't know what to do. All you have to do is get a couple packs of stickers, or like a scrapbooking set that kind of goes together, and kind of just pick it apart, cut it apart, piece it apart, and put it in there. I know I have a couple drawers of just stashed goodies that are either left over from a project or a kit. And you can just use the stash that you have. You don't have to go out and buy something like fancy to go in there. Joanna's theme, everything was red. So she probably went out and bought some stuff to go with her red theme, red and pink theme. But it definitely doesn't have to be over the top. Yeah, I think it's fun. It's a cute little vessel for more crafty stuff. And I love this washi. Yeah. Yeah, the Happy Mail sign up is open till the 7th every month. So there's a whole week to sign up, and then you give me a couple days and I will email you your partner and their questionnaire answers. And then you have 2 weeks to make and mail. Okay, so you could go through and add different things. You could write their initials or whatever. Like, I'm not gonna go washi crazy here, but you really could. You can glue stuff to this, and then you just start tucking things into different pockets. And maybe you tuck all your stuff and see, I'm just grabbing stuff from my desk. So here, I have lots of pockets now, because we have this pocket, and then there's a pocket behind it too, because we didn't glue it down. So if you just have things laying around, tuck in. This back one is a nice big one, so you could put big sheets of paper or a big sticker set in there. Let's see, I have this little thing from Lori. I'm just going to use that as part of my exam. She could go in there. You have a couple clips that you put on there. What else? Ooh. Lisa, I think that little lemon is from you. Oh, there's some bunny stickers. You know, anything. Oh, he won't fit. There's some other bunny stickers. So go in there, and then it is easy. It's so easy. Then you stick it in a big manila envelope. If you wanted to cut your paper down to size to fit this manila envelope, it is so close. You could put it in a smaller mailer. I just have to trim off my top thing. And most things, unless it goes over so many pounds, it's going to cost you $3 to mail an envelope, no matter which size it is. It's based on weight, but it might hold up better if it's in one of those little envelopes. And voila, you could decorate the back, a loaded envelope. So whether you do it the bag way, which is just using 2 bags and folding them together, or doing the paper. Amy, you'll have to watch the replay. You're just folding 2 pieces of 12 by 12 paper, seaming it, and then folding them up like they're already bags. And you have your little pockets. Easy peasy. And I didn't even really decorate that. This is all in the paper. That's why I kind of prefer the paper route. Except I feel like I did work hard on my little flowers. So I might have to send it to somebody anyhow. But yeah, super easy. Any questions? Yeah, the paper does half the work for you. And seriously, it doesn't take much to find some little treasures to put in there. And so someone will have so much fun digging through it and finding everything. Fold each side of the paper down the center and tape down with washi. Yeah, easy peasy. Can I do it again? Just for you, Amy. I will quickly do it again. Okay, let's see. This pad of paper is like dying. I'm almost done with it. So you just grab 2 sheets of paper, 12 by 12. That's cute. Flip them over, decide which way you want your pattern to go. You fold in the sides to the middle. Mine I didn't get perfectly in the middle last time, but that's okay. And we talked about you wouldn't have to do the washi down the middle if you didn't want to. You could, oh, you guys, my washi struggle is real. It's like I have all this washi, but I still can't find what I'm looking for. You can make it meet. See, this is stuff's brand new, so it doesn't even have the old excuse. What was I saying? You could overlap it a hair and glue it, but I like doing the washi because it's a nice opportunity to add another color. So you don't want to stick it to the back side all the way through. You want to tuck it just on the one side because that is one of your pockets right there. So that's one. So now I have to decide, do I want my stripes going that way or do I want them going that way? Fold it to the middle. So like I was saying, you could overlap it and just put a line of glue down the side and then glue it on top of each other. But I like the washi. Okay, now let's do pink. Pink is my favorite color. See? Maybe I'm going too fast. I don't know. My washi hates me. Struggle is real. You guys, solid washi? I don't think it's enough credit. I am really on a solid washi kick lately. I just love it a lot. Try to be more coordinated than I am. And you probably want to go all the way to the end, but for time's sake, I won't do it. So decide which one you want as your back side and which one you want on the inside. I know. Struggle's real. Okay, so your bottom one is going up about 2.5. This is the lighter weight, so it's really easy to fold, but this was lighter weight. I mean, what's the person going to do with it afterwards that it needs to be like rock hard, thick? Like this is the really thick stuff on this one, and you can see it's kind of cracking on the side. So if you have paper that you love that fits that person's theme or their favorite thing, don't be discouraged to use the thick stuff, but the thin works perfectly fine, and it's so much easier to fold and work with. So I'm going up about 2.5 inches. It doesn't bother you because you have so much of it. I know, it just slows me down, drives me nuts. Yeah, really serious problems when my washi doesn't cooperate. Okay, so then this one, make sure, it's hard to see where my line is, but make sure you don't fold it until you check it. So just see where it's gonna be. Because one time, the first one I made, I had like this huge gap and then 2 little pockets. So you just want it to look somewhat evenly split. No, all the girls are here tonight. Okay, so I folded it down, you put it in the crease. Crease all your edges. This one's got some trippy patterns happening here. It's all in your paper selection. Rainbow, much cuter. This one is like too busy crazy. And then you do the sides. And you can go all the way up. Look, I did it again. Okay, you've now seen it. It's been every single washi that I grabbed. You could do one washi all the way up, or you could do different ones, whatever you want. And go all the way over. I know, I'm telling you, it's something. And I wonder if I keep my washi on the back of my chair, and my chair is right in the path of my vent. So I wonder if it's because it's going from hot to cold, depending on when the air goes. Okay, so you washied it up. So then you have pockets. You have one back here, and then you actually have one here. I guess if that bothered you, being able to see the white, you could washi the ends. Thank you. You could washi your ends closed. That would give you another strip of color, and then you still have your one big thick pocket because it's 2 pieces of paper. Or depending on how much stuff you have put in it, you might want those extra pockets. I don't know, play around with it. You'll have to tell me which you decide. And you could, you know, write their name or put a verse or sentiment on the back. There's lots of opportunities for making it your own for your partner. Yeah. Go sign up. You go to Magnolia Magenta. I have a Happy Mail tab, and you can sign up for the exchange. And that literally is all it is. And you put like $5-6 of goodies inside it and mail it off. And your partner will be so excited. And then you're getting one back. So you have Happy Mail to open. Fun. I know, when I saw it, I was like, oh, we have to do these. And even the little envelopes, they were pretty cute, having all the stuff in. They were just a little bit smaller. A mailing envelope. Yeah, I've seen one with like a long legal one, and I've seen ones done with file folders, but there's definitely a lot more cutting and gluing and measuring to make them flap right. So this was the simplest form of getting that kind of like, I don't know, it's almost more like waterfall pockets. I don't know exact names to things, but that's what it reminded me of. So I chose the easier one, knowing everybody can fold and tape some paper together. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely simple's good. Especially when you probably won't keep it once you take all the little treasures out and cut out all the cute things that they'll do for you. Odds are you're not going to keep this unless you like pinned it to your bulletin board, and then you would have a little holder of things. I don't know what you'd do. I shouldn't talk about throwing things away. I have a really hard time throwing things away that I get from people. I just have little piles everywhere. So, if nobody has any other questions, that is my loaded envelope tutorial. Woot woot. Thank you. Any questions? I'm usually always so quick to say, okay, bye, good night. And then I miss questions. The group is called, if you look at the hashtag online, but if you go to my website, which is magnoliamagenta.com, up at the very top where I have all my choices, there's a section that says Happy Mail. And it'll give you all the details. It gives you the theme. There's a form for you to fill out. No, really, size doesn't matter. If you mail, this is all within the U.S. I do have some people that request international partners, then size does matter. But if it's just within the U.S., if you ship this one, which it will fit into, you might want to check it to make sure you don't have to trim anything, but this is perfectly that size. Or if you put it in a big one because you got it so chubby it can't fit in the width of this guy, and you need a big one, it's gonna mail the same price. Let's say you put, I don't know, I'm trying to think, like if you get my kits, they come in these and they're about $3.50 to $4 to ship. So it's not expensive, and that's got, you know, tons of stuff in an envelope, chubby, a heavy devotional. So this, chocked with some stuff, it isn't probably going to cost you more than $3.50, if I had to guess, to mail within the U.S. So, not too expensive. Take out the metal clip cost, yeah. Well, there's a base fee of $267 right now is the cheapest a parcel can post. So if you have it really light, that would be the most expensive, or the least expensive. Okay, so my loaded one I unloaded. This was the one that I got in the mail. And I have pictures on my Instagram and everything. She had way more stuff than this, but she had stuff in every pocket. But you can see she glued down the back of her paper. We left that open because we taped it. So you could have that extra. But she put stickers on the front. And she just had all these things. I mean, she put a lot of time into like packaging things. It means it won't go through the damage. Oh, did somebody ask about the parcel? Yeah, I think anything over a certain thickness, which I put just a clip in a card for my grandma, and that paper clip, they wouldn't let it go through, just the regular like card thing. Yeah, if you say you want first class tracking only, The cheapest it can go is $2.60, which isn't bad, and that's if it's light. And I think it's up to 4 pounds. I could be wrong on that. Don't quote me. It's not going to cost you more than $4. Yeah, so if they ask you want it to go priority or anything like that, it doesn't have to go through anything fancy unless you want it to get there really fast. If it's over so many pounds, then it is cheaper to go. Oh, see, now that covers up all the cute stuff. So you want to put your big stuff in that top pocket. And trust me, this was so much cuter when I actually got it and opened it. I'm not doing a very good job of stuffing, but she had stuff like layered and going each way, and some things were stickers, and things had my name, and every layer had a clip. Yeah, even if you don't do the Happy Meal exchange, this is still a pretty cute little gift. What if you had a themed present you wanted to give somebody, and there were like 2 movie tickets and a little playbill, or I don't know, like you could do anything, a little gift card. You could put money in all the different little pockets and give it to somebody. You could do a little coffee theme and have different shaped coffee cups and little coffee cards and little date cards, or I don't know. I mean, you can use it for anything. It doesn't have to just be for this Happy Meal swap. But okay, so you can see I've put like everything in the kitchen sink, and I bet that's like £1.25 pounds, which lottery tickets, anything. Yeah, it's just a neat pocketed type card. So this would probably cost $3.50 to ship to my partner with all this stuff in it. And really, dollar stickers, scrap ribbon, do some of your washi you already have. Maybe you bought them a couple sheets of paper, or you cut coordinating paper that goes with your pocket in there. What else? Stickers, paper, tags, clips, anything. Little erasers, little pins. You could put a roll of washi in there. Twine. You could punch holes right here and put a ribbon through and make a big bow. You could calligraphy their name. Or if you've kind of stalked them on Instagram so you know what they like, you could draw things that they like on it. The questionnaire will help you with the Happy Mail because I ask just a bunch of random questions so you can have something to jump off of. I don't always use all those questions. People always ask about that. I just try to think of something to jump off of. One month, the girl said she likes sharks. So I made it all whole shark theme. Like, she didn't know if it was going to be the flower she liked or the color she liked. But I did a whole under the water theme for that one. So you never know what might just tickle your fancy, or be like, oh, I have paper that has gummy bears on it, so I'm gonna pick that. Like, you don't literally have to go buy them gummy bears and stick them in there just because they said it. It's just some idea to like get your creative juices sparked and flowing, if that makes sense. Oh, I feel like I've been talking a mile a minute here. So I hope you all join us on the Happy Mail exchange. You don't have to. But if you want to, like I said, go over to magnoliamagenta.com. All the questions, I don't know what they mean. I know, you guys, sometimes I write them really late at night, and I think it makes sense, but apparently it doesn't. Or I just personally want to know that, and then everybody else is like, why did she ask? Like the texture one, I had several people go, what do you mean my favorite texture? And I was like, I don't know. I was just thinking, like, if somebody said feathers, like a feather sticking out of it would be really cute. Or like rough, and I would get like this kind of washi tape versus smooth. I don't know. So they're really random. Don't judge me. I don't know. I'm just thinking weird things. But you never know what question will be the question to start your whole little project. So, oh, Amy, I cracked myself up. I know. What was another random question I asked? Oh, like mythical creature? And I had somebody email me like, I don't believe in mythical creatures, and I don't want anyone sending me anything with mythical creatures on it. And I said, okay, just sign up and leave it blank. Like, you don't have to fill it out if it offends you. So don't take anything personally, and don't feel like you have to use all of them. It's just something to get you started. So No, Amy, you get me. You get me. All right, so I'm going to unload this because I'm sure I put something important in one of these pockets and I'm not going to remember where it is in the morning. So, well, wait till you see what your partner says. I love reading people's questionnaires. Like, I want to be everybody's partner because everybody puts something so funny or random or unique, and I'm like, I need to get to know this girl. And I want to be her partner so I can get to know her. It's so funny to read them. And sometimes I match you up based on your answers too. Like if two people said that their favorite animal was a bird, I might match you up because I thought maybe you could really talk foul to each other and get along. I don't know. So it's fun. Fun, fun, fun. Yeah, you weren't the only one that didn't know what it meant. Trust me. Trust me, trust me. Okay, so that is loaded envelopes and 4 side tangents. Yeah, it's fun to get new partners. Joanna and I have been partners for months and months and months. And then I've had several that I've kind of like popped in and out. But you can ask your partner if they want to be partners again. Or you could sign up for 2 different partners if you wanted to do 2. It's just fun to get to know somebody. And pretty much all the girls I've been partners with, except for a couple, I still talk to, like messaging in Instagram. So it's fun. It's fun to get to know some new gals. And everybody's so sweet and encouraging. And yeah, it's a neat little community. Fun, fun. And my international partners. I have partnered with a couple international people. And they still just send me like random stuff. Like look, I just have a pile of all my international goodies sitting by my desk from my last partner, Fabian. I don't know. So it's fun. And Michelle, she was on here. She was one of my first partners from Australia. And yeah, it cost me $20 to send her something, but it's so worth it. It's just fun to see and meet new people. So neat, neat. Okay. I am going to hop off because I'm actually coming back on to do my flower paintings because I told a couple gals I would let them watch as I do my new flower painting that I posted today on Instagram. So this is what it looks like. So I guess if you want to gab some more and watch me paint, you can do that. Well, you have to watch the replay. Watch the replay because I actually make this twice because Amy also missed the beginning. So yeah, watch it. All right, well, maybe I'll see some of you again. Otherwise, happy Friday, and I'm glad you're not out doing something super fun, and I'm not, and you're here hanging out with me. Oh, okay, bye, everybody.